welcome back to the 8th concession. My name is Natalie. Well, it's mid-May and we've had a little issue with our Kubota lawnmower. I think the filter is plugged, it's not starting, so we have a repairman coming out today. Now the only reason I'm even saying this is I mentioned in one of the other videos how long, or how tall I should say, our grass is getting. Well, it's even worse now because the day Craig went to mow it, he couldn't. So it is almost knee-high in some places, and with it being fixed today and with no rain in the forecast for the next couple of days, the lawn is going to get done. But there's something I need to do quickly before that first cut, and that is I am going mushroom hunting. Now, I don't really like or even trust myself to look for wild mushrooms. However, it so happens that when we moved to this property 4 years ago, we were told that morels like to grow on our front yard. And we had never seen a morel before, we'd never tried a morel, but we did find some and we tried them and they were delicious. So each year now we look forward to morel season, which around here is roughly when the lilacs start to bud and bloom, which is now. So I'm going to see if I can find any morels. So here I am in the front yard. I have a knife and a basket. Now, I'm not kidding when I say this lawn is tall. So it's going to make morel hunting a little challenging. And we found over the past 4 years that the morel bed kind of moves a little bit around. They're never in the same spot from year to year. So I'm going to see if I can find any. Wish me luck. Now on this south-facing slope here by my Japanese maple is where all the morels were last year. So I'm going to start here, but it's likely they won't be here. We do have some pretty wild violets, but no morels. It's also really buggy out today. Mosquitoes are bad, so I'm going to try and make this quick. We have found that most of the morels are around the base of this tree, which kind of makes sense because, as I've mentioned before, it's not doing the best. So if a tree is dying or has part of its roots that are dying, that's a good place for mushrooms to grow. I have no idea how I will even see them with dandelions and grass this tall. And just like that, I have spotted some. Let me see if I can zoom in. I'll let you see where they are. Where are they? Right there. There are two. And I see another one. Peeking out right here. Here's a sweet little cluster of 4. Just to show you how hard they are to find, see if you can spot the morel. There it is. Well, I'd say that's not a bad haul. Happen to be having pork chops tonight for supper, so these are going to go along with that beautifully. Now, I'm being eaten alive by the mosquitoes out here, so I'm going to go soak these in some water. So now I'm ready to cook them. All I've done so far is I've trimmed the stems and I shook them in this colander over the sink to get out any loose dirt. But now I'm going to give them a quick soak in some lightly salted water. There's about a teaspoon of salt in here. And I am going to cut them lengthwise first for two reasons. One, it's easier to get them clean inside, and secondly, always to double check that they are in fact morels. And to be a morel, the stem should be hollow like that. So we're just going to give them a quick cut in half, check them, and give them a quick soak. I'm going to give them a bit of a swish just to make sure there's nothing lurking in all those little crevices. I mean, they do grow in the ground, and sometimes little creatures like to make it their home. So you don't want to soak them too long because that might make them mushy, but you want to do it just long enough that anything that might be hiding in there comes out. Next, we're going to lift them out. They've only been in here maybe 5 minutes. And we're going to pat them dry on some paper towel. Again, you don't want to leave them too long. You don't want them mushy. You can see all the little bits that are in the water. Some of those are actually just bits of the mushrooms themselves. It's not necessarily dirt. Now we've got some butter in our pan. We're going to get it nice and hot. And they're done. There you are, morels fresh from the garden, growing this morning and on the dinner table tonight. It's going to be so delicious for this once a year treat. Bye for now.